Radiant children, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since we've read the Dream fan fiction, so I decided since we finished the other one, it would be a good time to continue the Dream fan fiction. I know y'all probably just looking at this like this whole thing is cringe. It is, honestly. It's well written. I'm not even part of the Dream fandom, as y'all know, because I get names wrong and I don't know who's who. But yeah, like I said before, when we're reading this, bear with me. Chapter 12. Maybe tomorrow. Is it Tubbo? I don't remember. Y'all, please don't kill me. I had a little 12-year-old attack me on the bus because I said their name wrong. Anyways, the shorter guy walked with George for a while. Alex didn't speak much during the walk, which was off. Alex and George used to be so incredibly close. They used to laugh and have so much fun to get with each other. But now it was quiet. The only sound being their feet hitting the grass and the distant sound of a ghost bird. I don't remember what happened in the last one. Let me go get a quick refresher. Alright, I've been updated. Let's go. The only sound was being their feet hitting the grass and the distant sound of Ghost-Fur playing guitar by Tommy's house, which was a small distance away. The quiet was disturbed once... There's a dog opening my door! Learn how to close the door after you open it, alright? Then I wouldn't be so mad when you open the freaking door when I'm trying to read fan fiction! Ah! Fuck! Okay, I don't know where I am. God damn it. The quiet was disturbed once the two best friends were spotted by the short brunette. The young father covered his mouth in pure shock before running over to the two. Oh my god, George, you're alive? Shit, bro, yeah, he's alive. He just got kidnapped. I don't remember anything that happened in the story because it's been so long. I had to go refresh myself on the last chapter because I forgot that George had escaped. The brunette beamed with the strong accent of his. I don't know what accent this person has. Please don't kill me, y'all. I know the Dream SMP is gonna be canceling me or some shit. They're gonna cancel my non-existent Twitter. I mean, I have Twitter, but I barely get on there. I just got quiet. Shit. It's gonna be quiet for a couple of seconds. Shit, what did it? Okay, we all missed you. We thought you were hurt or dead or worse. It was worse. He exclaims worriedly before going quiet for about 10 minutes. Wait, oh my god, where's Dream? The short male asked. Did Dream let you out? Were you the reason he escaped? The male muttered, backing up a few steps. Dreams wanted Tubbo dead, so of course Toby was rightfully terrified. Alex lowered her eyebrows and shook her head a bit. They were low, but by his waist. All right, calm down, Tubbo. I think that's enough questions for George. The gambling man speaks in a calm tone of voice. I just found him, and he looks weak. I doubt he was the one who let Dream escape, Alex says in a pretty content manner, before the sound of the British bottom yelling and causing him to cock an eyebrow. I didn't. Dream got out, God knows how, and then he fucking took me, George said. Kidnap this man! Nothing wrong, hashtag free George. I'm a little distracted. So, here we go. George yells, starting to get aggravated. I thought said aggressive. I mean, I suppose it would mean the same thing, stating the fact that he was the victim of the situation, not the antagonist. I didn't even visit him, not once. What makes you think I'd be the one to let him out? George snaps as Alex stands there tall, not really, and fair. The Hispanic male didn't seem to react when George yelled, but the young father did. Tubbo flinched slightly before mumbling. He had a look of sympathy in his eyes. The brunette had an idea what happened to George while he was gone. He knew it was a mistake to make assumptions, especially to George's face. I'm sorry, the short millimeters. That wasn't right, he adds. George looked down at him and sighs. He wasn't mad at Tubbo, but himself. I'm sorry, is that Tuba? I'm gonna look it up. Okay? I don't want to get canceled or whatever. He was mad that he couldn't even do anything to protect himself in the beginning. He felt pathetic. What if George wasn't actually able to protect himself in general? Maybe George would be better off that typo. Staying with Dream. Maybe then he'd be safe. Not to mention he'd be with the guy he was madly in love with. Well, not as mad as Dream was, obviously. The short mouse sighed quietly. Oh, I forgot I was gonna fucking look it up. Hang on. The internet said Tubbo. And if I got it wrong, please tell me in the comments because I really don't want to be attacked over this. Okay, the short mouse sighed quietly. Tubbo was probably the shortest of the bunch, even shorter than Alex. That's kind of sad, because aren't most of them pretty tall? From what I heard, most of them are, like, pretty tall. That really is sad, though, because if he's short like that, because from what I heard, they're all mostly, like, fucking tall. You guys haven't seen... Okay. Ranboo. That's how we're going to pronounce it. Ranboo is how we're doing this. Okay, you guys haven't happened to see Ranboo, have you? The male asked in a gentle tone of voice. His tone was soft, as if cotton and rabbits had some kind of voice. Back to the topic of the ending. Alex truly hadn't seen Ranboo for a number of days now, and George was missing until today, meaning he hadn't seen the tall male either. Did he get killed? I don't remember. I think he did. I'm texting people, by the way. That's why I keep pausing it. So, the two were quiet in response to Tubbo, right? Tubbo. I'm going to say it's Tubbo's question, and that caused the short boy to look down. I'm horrible at names, don't hurt me. There was a noticeable look of disappointment in his eyes, as if the last bits of hope in finding his husband were gone. Oh, that's kind of sad. I don't know the lore of this. I mean, I'm pretty sure Andrew actually did come out as gay recently. According to my friend, because he was super excited about it too. He was just like, Ranboo's gay, and I was just like, okay. This is great. They got so excited about it. I was just like, I thought it on the Dream fandom. I kind of don't care. Minnie, do you care? No, you're just a dog. You don't care. The look on Tubbo's eye. Wait, isn't he, like, brainwashed? I think he's the one who's brainwashed into working for Dream, I think. I just remembered that. And then I think he killed somebody. But this is Minecraft, so I think it goes by the Minecraft logic, like, when he broke out. So, like, I'm so confused. So they probably respawn. They're okay. They respawn. Maybe. I'd hope so. The look in Tubbo's eyes even brought sympathy over the unemotional Quackity. Quackity! I'm sorry, I won't make fun of that man's name. Okay. And me, my character, like, my thing is Tick. There's a reason why she has that nickname, alright? Not even a real name, it's just, whatever. Anyways. Tubbo's impact on everyone else was pretty big. He had such a kind heart, and mostly everyone cared for him. Everyone but Dream, of course, and a small amount of others. Alex stuffed his hands in his pockets with a heavy sigh. I should be heading out back to Sam. I have some business to attend to, he says and turns around, wasting no time before he starts walking. That was when he stopped in his tracks, glaring back at George and Tubbo from the corner of his eye. Be safe, both of you, Alex adds before walking off. Tubbo watched quietly as Alex walked out from sight, his fingers getting smaller and turning, his figure getting smaller and turning into a shadow before disappearing completely out of sight. Senor Quackity was definitely a very mysterious man. Senor Quackity. I can't. Bruh. Senor Quackity. Many of the others wondered about him. He never spoke about his plans to anyone but Sam. He didn't talk to others much anymore unless he needed something, or conversations had to be started. He and his friend distanced themselves from each other almost completely, and now Alex was, well, a lone wolf. But wolves can be dangerous. They bite, chase, pounce. They kill. George was quiet for a moment. Tubbo looked over at George, thinking for a moment before letting his guard down and sitting down on the soft green grass. I was gonna say sofa. Sofa! Yeah, because those are just a random-ass sofa outside. A quiet week, George and Ephraim decided that maybe sitting down for a rest might not be such a bad idea, and soon follows Toby's lead and sits down in the grass next to the short, young father. There was a moment of silence, but it was sweet, subtle, and in a world full of war and wonder, calm moments like this could be seen as rare. The shorter brunette closes his bluish-green eyes, and takes a long inhale as the gentle breeze hits his face, running through the slightest longer wavy hair. George turns his head to the right, getting a good look at Tubbo. He was such a good guy. He wasn't even thinking about what he had told Dream. He had said that he was in love with Tubbo because that was the first person that came to mind when George was under pressure. He didn't actually have feelings for the short boy, though. George did believe in his heart that Tubbo was the sweetest person he'd ever met. That was George decided to break the silence. So, how long has it been? Since he's been missing? 2 days now, the male responded in a quiet tone of voice. There was something different about the quiet tone this time, though. A touch of sadness. Worry, even. Toby was truly in love with Rambo. More than... Wait, that's a short, tall thing! Ah! If he said Rambo like the tallest one in the group, that's kind of... I love short, tall relationships. So much, they're so cute. More than he'd ever been in love with anyone before. George knew from the look in his eyes that Tubbo wasn't doing so well with the whole situation. Tubbo was missing Rambo. He was missing his husband. Tubbo looked down. I'm sure they're not actually married, are they? I don't think they are, if Rambo just recently came out of gay. Maybe they are secretly husbands. Yeah, just kidding. I know nothing about the lore of this fandom. Tubbo looked down at his feet quietly before pulling out his phone, messaging Tommy. He wanted to talk to Tommy since that was his best friend. Isn't Tommy like 16? I don't know. Like I said, I know nothing about the lore of this fandom, so whatever. They were like brothers, talked about everything. Tubbo used to worry about bothering Tommy since he since he did have a lot of friends, and that was oftentimes busy. Tubbo really needed him right now. He lets out a small sigh, signaling to George that he was feeling stuck and lonely. When it came to Toby, his emotions were often clear, and they usually did an impact on others around him. For example, it was hard for people to like Rambo not to cry when Tubbo was crying. George didn't speak, though he was unbothered by the fact that Tubbo wanted to reach out to Tommy. He just watched Tubbo type. Tubbo took a few breaths, seeming hopeful that he'd be able to talk to the male with the dirty blonde hair, but unfortunately started sniffling uncontrollably once getting the following response. I'm hanging out with Garcia right now and we're planning on going to bed after Tubbo. Maybe tomorrow? Tubbo put his hand over his mouth, watching his eyes watering in response. Oh, that's okay, have fun. Boy! Boy! I'm sure if you told him that you were upset, he would have dropped everything, bro. That's what best friends do, because they're great, and I love my best friend. Tubbo dropped his phone between his legs before hugging his knees quietly. George looked over at the short board before looking away. I'm sorry, George says in a soft tone of voice. I know this isn't easy for you. Tubbo nodded, putting a finger under his nose. As tears filled his beautiful bluish-green eyes. My nose is so stuffed up right now, and I fucking hate it. After another moment of silence, Tubbo cracked little glass under water pressure. Whether or not he's shattered, no one knows yet. I feel homesick. Even when I'm home, he mentions quietly. I'll hold Michael in my arms and I'll be laying in my bed and I'll feel homesick, he speaks softly. George knew that now was the time to listen. Tubbo needed someone right now. And then his side of the bed, Tubbo cries softly. It's always cold and it reminds me that he's not here, he mumbles. And his voice breaks due to the tears welling in his eyes. I'm trying, to be hopeful that he's okay. But Eric said the most times when someone is missing for 48 hours, that usually means that he covers his mouth. That George puts his hand on Tubbo's shoulder. Hey, that's not gonna happen, okay? I'm sure he's just lost. I'm pretty sure he's the one who's brainwashed by Dream, if I'm remembering correctly. I'd hope he's not dead, because that would be sad. I don't know any of these characters. Striving to make Tubbo feel better, but alas, nothing could mend the broken heart of a lonely lover. The two sat and talked until the sunset came near. George had Tubbo's hand once the sun began to set of the unknown bits of lands. Tubbo cried shakingly as George sighed contently. It's been 3 days. Ronro is still missing. That is fucking sad, bro. I'll take a look at the comments now, because people are just saying sad face. We're going to add to the sad face, just because. Sad face. Just sad face. Oh. Yes. It's a little face. Whatever that is. Damn. Wow, the writing is just chef's kiss. That has some energy, has the same energy as I'm fine. 07. For real? For real! It says uh-oh, and then another frowny face. Alright. Now that we're finished with this, I will be going. Because I don't know what else to fucking. Okay. Okay. Goodbye, my beautiful radiant children, I guess.